All right, class, Mr. Cooper, and we are on Module 3, Lesson 5, and we're doing the problem set. So let's get to it. So we've been working on rectangular arrays to help us solve fraction addition problems, but today we're going to continue doing that, but now we're going to do it with subtraction. And you might be wondering, how does that work? Well, I'll show you right now. 1/3 minus 1/4. It says, let's go ahead and read the directions first. Make sure we get that out of the way. For the following problems, draw a picture using the rectangular fraction model and write the answer. Notice where it says, simplify your answer if possible. So, make this smaller. 1/3 minus 1/4. So we're going to do this the same way that we were doing, just like we were doing addition to set it up. We're going to have two. We're going to have two same size rectangles or squares or whatever you want. And so we're going to cut them down in thirds that way, in fourths that way. You could do it either way, as long as you're cutting them in perpendicular directions and you remember what you do on both sides. So let's start off with 1/3. How do I draw 1/3? Well, I write this, and I write that, and here we go. Here we have 1/3. And we got one, and then we're going to cut that into fourths. So when I cut fourths, I start off with a half and then half of halves. So that leaves us with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 all together and 4 shaded in. So we're dealing with 4/12. And then now we're going to do the fourths over here. So I did the fourths sideways on the first one, so I'm going to do it like that again. Fourths, and then I'm going to do 1/4. And then I'm going to split that into thirds because that's what's over here. So I'm going to cut it like that. And so now what we see here is 3/12. And so remember, we're minusing. And so what I'm going to do for every one of these on the 3/12, I'm going to mark out with an X over here. I'm going to do that with a red pen. So I've got 1, 2, 3. Right? I had 1, 2, 3 over here, and now I marked out, and that leaves me with what? I have one left, one shaded box left out of 12. And so 4/12 minus 3/12 is equal to 1/12. And right there, we are done. And mainly because it says simplify your answer up here, but we don't have to simplify our answer because our answer is already a fraction. Now, if this number up here was bigger than 12, if this were a 13 or a 15 or a 20 over 12, you need to simplify it. But since it's 1/12, we got everything we need. So I'm going to do, since this is just slightly different, I'm going to do one more of these with you. We got 2/3 and 1/2. Oop, that keeps happening. And 1/2. So we cut them down. And I'm going to shade that in for 2/3. Just like that. There's my 2/3, and now I'm going to cut it in half. And so my 2/3 becomes 4/6. And now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to do my 1/2. So I cut it the half this way before, so I'm going to do it again like that. And then I'm going to color in the half. And then I'm going to cut that into thirds, and that gives me 1 minus 3/6. we have 1/6, right? I took 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to take off 1, 2, 3 over here, and that leaves us with 1 and 6, right? Excellent. So we got 1, 6. I want you now at this time to try to do C and D by yourself, and I'll have the answers pop up in 3, 2, 1. So our answers are 7/12 and 11/21, right? And so we use these to count how many we were going to mark out. Over here, we subtracted 6, it gave us 7/12 and 11/21. Kiss your brain if you got it right. If you didn't, check your work, see where you went wrong, and let's go ahead and move on. So we got the same kind of problems here. They're going to be subtraction problems. And I'm going to go ahead and release you to try to do these by yourself. And I'll have the answers pop up in 3, 2, 1. So here we have the answers 3/8 and 13/28. Right? And so this 3/8 is a simplification of 12 and 32 12 30 seconds, I guess, is the best way to put it. So what you would have gotten if you did this work, you would have gotten 24 30 seconds minus 12 30 seconds. That gives you 12 30 seconds. But you got to remember, this can be simplified. It's not just when they're improper fractions. This can be simplified, especially when you have two big numbers that are even. You can almost always at least subtract them, divide them by 2. In this case, we see 1232. I could divide both of these numbers by 4 evenly, and that would give me 3/8, and I can't make it get any smaller than that, right? So this is the final answer. If you got to this part right here, I would give you credit, but on the exit ticket, you need to make sure that you get a simplified answer. Okay, and we can go over that again if you're rusty on that, if you don't remember how to do that. And then over here we have 13/28, right? And since that's a odd number on the top and an even number, unless it's exactly half or something else, it's usually not going to be able to be simplified. I'm sure there's probably some exceptions. But yeah, there's nothing that I could, 13 can only be, it's prime. I can only divide 13 by 13. There's no other smaller numbers that would multiply up to that. So I can't simplify that anymore. Kiss your brain if you got that right. Here we have number 2. Mr. Penman had 2/3 liter of salt water. He used 1/5 of a liter for an experiment. How much salt water does Mr. Penman have left? I'm going to let you go ahead and try to do this by yourself. And I'll have the answers pop up in 3, 2, 1. And your answer should be something like this. Mr. Penman has 7/15 liter left. Right, so we got them to both be 2/3 is going to be the same as 10/15, and then we subtract 3/15 from that, and that's going to give you 7/15. 7 is also a prime number. It can't be simplified other than by 7, and 15 can't be divided by 7, so it just stays the same. Right? Kiss your brain if you got that right. So let's look at number 3. Sandra says that 4/7 minus 1/3 equals 3/4 because all you have to do is subtract the numerators and subtract the denominators. Convince Sandra that she is wrong. You may draw a rectangular fraction model to support your thinking. So it's telling me right here that she is wrong, right? So this math problem right here is not correct. You need to solve it and figure out where it was that she went wrong. Okay, go ahead and pause this video and see what you come up with, and we'll have the answers come up in 3, 2, 1. So here's a really good example of an answer. You could word this a couple different ways. The key thing is having this down here. So it says, Sandra, you are wrong! Exclamation. The units aren't the same. 3/4 is only 1/4 away from 1 whole. That means your answer is impossible because your answer got bigger after you took away 1/3. You need to make both fractions into like units, right? So what she did was she did 4/7 minus 1/3. She did 4 minus 1 up top, and that got her 3. But she subtracted the bottom units. You can't add and subtract when they're different. You have to change them so that they're the same before you do anything. And she just did 7 minus 3, and that's where she went wrong. Here's the correct answer. Kiss your brain if you got that right. So at this time, go ahead and do whatever work Mr. Cooper has up on the board for you right now. And we'll do the exit ticket together in just a few, whenever everybody's ready. So do not do the exit ticket yet. I'll talk to you later.